Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of English with Leo and Stella, the podcast where we help you practice English, learn new things, and feel more confident when you speak. I'm Leo, your host today.
And I'm Stella, your co-host. We're so happy you're here with us. Whether you're walking, cooking, or just relaxing, thank you for choosing to spend this time with us.
Today's topic is something really important for every English learner. The title is Think Less, Speak More.
Yes, that's such a simple sentence, but it has a big meaning. Think less, speak more means stop waiting to be perfect. Don't overthink, just speak. Even if you make mistakes.
Exactly. Many English learners feel nervous or shy. They wait too long before they speak. They think about grammar, vocabulary, or pronunciation too much. But the truth is, the more you speak, the better you get.
And that's why we're here today. In this episode, we're going to talk about why people overthink when speaking English and how to stop doing that.
We'll also share tips to help you speak more and worry less. And we'll even have a short speaking activity later. So, get ready to talk with us.
So, if you want to feel more confident, speak more freely, and enjoy learning English, stay with us. This episode is for you.
Let's get started.
All right, so let's really understand today's main idea. Think less, speak more. Leo, what does that actually mean?
Great question, Stella. When we say think less, speak more, we don't mean stop thinking completely. Of course, thinking is important, but many English learners think too much before speaking. They wait and wait, trying to say the perfect sentence. And in the end, they say nothing.
Yes, I've seen this many times. A learner wants to join a conversation, but they stop themselves. They think, is this sentence correct? Is my grammar right? What if I say something wrong? And by the time they're ready, the conversation has already moved on.
Exactly. So, think less, speak more means don't wait too long. Don't be afraid to speak. Even if your English is not perfect, it's okay. The goal is to practice, not to be perfect.
And guess what? Most native speakers don't care if you make small mistakes. They're just happy you're trying. And honestly, we all make mistakes. Even native speakers make grammar mistakes sometimes.
That's right. Let me give you a real example. I once had a student named Anna. She was very smart and knew a lot of English. But in class, she spoke very little. She always wanted to say everything perfectly. One day, I told her, just try. Don't worry if it's not perfect. After that, she started speaking more. Her English improved fast.
Oh, I love that. I remember a learner who practiced with me. His name was Ravi. He used to write down every sentence before saying it. He was always scared of sounding wrong. But I told him, even if your sentence is not perfect, people will understand you. He stopped writing everything down and started having fun while speaking.
So true. Friends, we know how it feels. Maybe you're afraid to speak because you're not sure about the grammar, or you forget a word, or your accent sounds different. These are all normal worries.
But these worries should not stop you from speaking. Overthinking, thinking too much, is like putting up a wall in front of your words. If you break that wall, your confidence will grow.
Yes. Think of speaking like riding a bicycle. At first, you're slow, you wobble, maybe you fall. But if you keep riding, you get better. You don't stop and think about every movement. You just ride.
So let's remember the meaning of today's message. Think less, speak more means don't be afraid to try. Don't wait to speak until you know every rule or every word. Just start. Just speak. That's how you grow.
And we're here to help you do just that. In the next part, We'll talk more about why we overthink and how we can change that habit. Stay with us. You're doing great.
So now we understand what think less, speak more means. But Leo, let's talk about the next question. Why do so many people think too much before speaking English?
That's a really important question, Stella. And there isn't just one reason. There are many. One big reason is this: fear of making mistakes.
Oh, yes, that's a big one. A lot of learners are afraid of saying something wrong. They think, if I make a mistake, people will laugh at me. Or, maybe I'll sound silly.
Right. But the truth is, making mistakes is normal. Mistakes are part of learning. In fact, if you're not making mistakes, you're probably not speaking enough.
Exactly. Think about how children learn to speak. They make so many mistakes at first, and nobody laughs. Everyone knows they're learning. English learners are the same. You are learning. You're allowed to make mistakes.
Another reason people overthink is because they worry too much about grammar or pronunciation. They want every sentence to be perfect before they speak. So they wait, and sometimes they say nothing at all.
Yes, and grammar is helpful, of course. But it shouldn't stop you. People understand you even if your grammar isn't perfect. For example, if you say, she go to work, people still understand that you mean she goes to work. The message is still clear.
That's such a great point. Also, pronunciation doesn't have to be perfect. English has many accents: British, American, Australian, Indian, African, and more. All of them are correct. Your accent is part of your identity. Don't be afraid of it.
I love that. Another reason people don't speak much is lack of confidence. Maybe they don't trust their English level. They think, my English is too bad, or I don't know enough words.
But remember, no one starts as an expert. You build confidence by using the language. Even if you only know a few words, use them. Start with small sentences. That's how you grow.
And finally, sometimes it's not just about English. It's also about culture. In some cultures, people are taught to stay quiet if they're not sure, or they feel embarrassed to speak in front of others.
That's true. Many people are shy because they were taught to avoid mistakes. But in English learning, we say the opposite. Try. Speak. Mistakes are okay. That's how communication starts.
So if you feel nervous, afraid, or not confident, you're not alone. Every learner feels that way sometimes. But now you know. These feelings are normal, and you can move past them.
Yes. In the next part of our podcast, we'll show you the benefits of speaking more, even if your English isn't perfect yet. Trust us. It's worth it.
Stay with us and remember, you're doing amazing.
All right. Now let's talk about something exciting. The benefits of speaking more. What good things happen when you stop overthinking and start talking?
Oh, so many good things. First, the big one. Practice makes perfect. The more you speak, the better you get. It's really that simple.
Yes. Think of it like playing an instrument. If you want to play guitar or piano well, you need to practice, not just read about it. Language is the same. Speaking is your practice.
That's true. You can study grammar books, listen to podcasts, or watch English videos. And those things are great. But if you never open your mouth and speak, your brain will know English, but your mouth won't.
Exactly. The second big benefit is fluency improves with speaking. Fluency means speaking smoothly, without stopping too much to think.
Yes. And fluency doesn't come from silence. It comes from speaking, again and again. Even short sentences like, how are you? Or, I like coffee, help build fluency.
And when you speak more, you start to think in English. That's powerful. You won't have to translate everything in your head. You just say it. That's when real progress happens.
And here's something important too. Mistakes help learning. When you make a mistake and someone corrects you, that's how you learn. It sticks in your brain better than just reading rules.
That's true. I remember once I said, "He have a car," in front of a teacher. She smiled and said, "You mean he has a car?" I never forgot that. One small mistake helped me remember the right grammar.
Mistakes are like little teachers, and the more you speak, the more chances you have to learn from those mistakes.
Another big benefit is real conversation equals real progress. When you speak with people, you use real English. Not just textbook English, but everyday language.
Yes, you learn to listen, to respond, to ask questions. You learn body language, tone, and rhythm. It's all part of communication.
And it's fun, too. Speaking gives you a feeling of success. When you have a short talk with someone in English, even if it's just 1 minute, you feel proud. And that feeling helps you want to keep going.
So, friends, remember this. Speaking more is not just about words. It's about building confidence, making progress, and enjoying the journey.
That's right. Coming up next, we'll share simple strategies you can use to start speaking more. Even today. Get ready to take action.
You've got this. Let's keep going together. Okay, now that we understand why speaking is so important, let's get into the fun part. How to speak more. What can learners do every day to start speaking English more often?
Great question. Let's begin with the first and most important tip. Speak even if it's not perfect. Don't wait for the perfect sentence. If you only know a few words, use them. If you're not sure about the grammar, speak anyway.
Yes, the goal is communication, not perfection. People will still understand you, and you'll improve by practicing. Remember, no one speaks perfectly all the time, even native speakers.
The second tip is use simple words and short sentences. You don't need big or fancy words to speak well. For example, instead of saying, "I am extremely exhausted," you can say, "I'm very tired." Both are correct.
Right. Start with the words you know. Say things like, I like this, I don't understand, or can you help me? These are useful and powerful.
Next tip. This one's fun. Repeat what you hear. If you watch a movie, a video, or this podcast, pause and repeat what someone says. This helps with pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence.
This is called shadowing. It's like becoming an actor. Try to copy the voice, tone, and feeling. Do it out loud, even if you're alone. It's great speaking practice.
Speaking of being alone, here's another great tip. Practice by yourself. You can talk to a mirror or talk to yourself during the day. Say things like, "I'm brushing my teeth," or "Now I'm making coffee." It might feel silly, but it really helps.
Yes. And of course, if you have a friend, classmate, or speaking partner, practice with them. Even just 5 minutes of speaking English together every day will help a lot.
If you don't have a speaking partner, try language exchange apps or join online groups. There are many people who want to practice English, just like you.
And here's a final tip. Make speaking a daily habit. You don't need 1 hour every day. Even 5 minutes is enough. Just make it part of your routine.
Yes. For example, try speaking while walking, cooking, or looking at things around you. Describe what you see. Say what you're doing. English becomes part of your daily life.
So let's review quickly. Speak even if it's not perfect. Use simple words and short sentences. Repeat what you hear. Shadowing. Practice alone or with a mirror. Talk with friends or use speaking apps. Make time to speak every single day.
These are small steps, but they lead to big results. The more you speak, the easier it becomes.
Yes. And now, how about a little speaking activity? In the next part, we'll practice together, so get ready to speak out loud.
Don't worry, it'll be fun and easy. Let's do it together.
Okay, friends, now it's time for a little practice. This part is just for you. Yes, you, listening right now. Are you ready?
This activity will help you speak out loud, repeat common English phrases, and build confidence. You don't need a notebook, just your voice.
So here's how it works. We'll say something, then we'll pause. And you repeat after us. This is called shadowing. It means you copy what we say, just like an echo.
Don't be shy. Even if you're alone, say the words out loud. The more you speak, the more natural it feels. Let's start with something easy. Hi, how are you? Say it with me. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you? Now you say, I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Nice to meet you. Your turn. Nice to meet you.
Where are you from? Let's say it together. Where are you from?
Now let's try a short conversation. We'll read it slowly. Then you can try it with us.
Here's the dialogue. Listen first.
Hi, my name is Leo.
Hi, Leo. I'm Stella. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil. And you?
I'm from Canada.
That's cool. Okay, now let's practice together. You be Stella, and Leo will say his part.
Hi, my name is Leo. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? I'm from Canada.
Great. Now switch roles. You be Leo and repeat after me. Hi, Leo. I'm Stella. Nice to meet you. I'm from Brazil. And you? That's cool.
That was great. You just practiced real conversation. And remember, you can replay this part anytime and practice again.
Yes. The more you repeat, the more confident you'll feel. Try this kind of practice every day. Even just 5 minutes helps.
You can also record your voice and listen to yourself. It's a fun way to check your pronunciation.
And most important, have fun. Speaking English doesn't have to be scary. You're doing better than you think.
In the next part, we'll talk about some common fears and how to beat them. So don't go anywhere. We're almost there. Friends, we've talked a lot about speaking more, practicing, and how important it is. But now, let's be honest. Sometimes, speaking English is scary. Right, Stella?
Yes, Leo, very scary. I remember when I was learning a new language, I was so afraid to speak. I thought, what if I say something wrong? What if people laugh?
I feel the same way. Even now, sometimes I get nervous before speaking in front of new people or in a new group. It's normal to feel scared.
Exactly. Everyone has fears. But here's the thing. Fear should not stop you. When you feel afraid, just remember, everyone makes mistakes. Mistakes are not bad. They are a natural part of learning.
That's right. When I first started learning English, I made so many mistakes. I mixed up words, used wrong tenses, and sometimes people didn't understand me. But I didn't give up.
Me too. I once said, I go to the store, instead of I went to the store. It was funny, but it helped me learn the right way.
Me too. I once said, I go to the store, instead of I went to the store. It was funny, but it helped me learn the right way.
So if you're afraid of making mistakes, that's okay. It means you care about your English, but don't let that fear stop you from speaking.
Another thing that helps me is to think about why I'm speaking. It's not about being perfect, it's about communicating, sharing ideas, making friends, understanding others.
Yes! And every time you try, you grow a little more confident. Confidence comes with practice, not from waiting until you feel ready.
I also remind myself that people are usually kind and patient. Most people appreciate when you try to speak their language.
So, friends, if you feel scared, that's normal. But don't let it stop you. Keep speaking. Keep trying. Every word you say is a step forward.
And remember, we are here with you. You're not alone on this journey.
You're doing amazing. Keep going, and soon speaking English will feel easier and more fun.
In our final part, we'll give you some quick tips to stay motivated every day. Ready? Let's keep learning together.
Wow, Leo, what a journey we've had today. We talked about so many important things about speaking English.
Yes, Stella. Let's take a moment to recap the key points for our listeners. This will help everyone remember what we talked about.
First, we learned what think less, speak more really means. It's about stopping the overthinking and starting to use your English by speaking.
Then, we discussed why we think too much before speaking. Fear of mistakes, worrying about grammar or pronunciation, and not feeling confident. These are all normal feelings.
But the most important thing is this: don't wait to be perfect, just start speaking. Speaking is how you learn and improve.
Right. We also talked about the many benefits of speaking more, like better fluency, faster learning, and real progress. Mistakes are part of the journey, not the end of it.
And we shared some simple, practical strategies to help you speak more, like using simple words, practicing with friends, repeating what you hear, and speaking every day, even for just 5 minutes.
We even did a fun speaking practice together. Remember, practicing regularly helps you feel more confident.
And we talked honestly about common fears, feeling nervous or afraid to make mistakes. But those fears don't have to stop you.
That's right. Everyone makes mistakes. The key is to keep speaking, learning, and growing.
So here's our final message for you. Don't wait for perfect English. Don't wait to feel ready. Start speaking today.
Yes, try to say one sentence out loud today. It could be, "Hello, how are you?" Or, "I like coffee." Just say something.
And if you want, listen to this podcast again. Practice with us. Every time you practice, you get better.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you feel inspired to speak more and think less.
Keep going, keep practicing, and remember, you are doing an amazing job.
See you next time. Keep speaking, keep learning, and have fun with English.
Goodbye, everyone.